además del entrenamiento que estás haciendo físico dentro del boxeo, aquí de la boxing, de Combat Boxing Academy, ¿qué otro tipo de entrenamiento haces?
A mí me gusta correr afuera, me gusta, correr en ver la naturaleza y correr pues afuera. Me gusta hacer mucho incline
Ujú.
y ir al gimnasio, al regular gym, pues para una vez salirme de mi rutina,
Sí.
para no estar en la misma rutina. Y eso es lo que me gusta hacer, aparte de entrenar aquí en el boxeo.
All right. So, how long you been boxing?
I've been boxing since 19 years old, de los 19, pero estaba mucho on and off.
Okay.
I was on and off a lot, but since 19 I've been training.
And so you decided to go professionally on 2019?
No, I went pro last year at the age of 32 in 2024.
Oh,
I
okay.
decided to take finally the step.
Why you did that?
I did it because I couldn't, no quería dejar tanto tiempo pasar. Tener 60 y decir, lo hubiera hecho, look back and be like, damn, like se me fue el tiempo, you
I
know?
understand that.
So lo hice I did it for the urge of just doing it and because I liked it, you know? So por eso me decidí a aventar a los 32, you know?
Oye, una de las cosas que he visto mucho en los boxeadores es la disciplina que tienen, no nada más con el ejercicio, pero con la nutrición. ¿Batallas con eso? How is the process and the nutrition part of it?
A esta edad que tengo, a los 33, poquito. Está
Oh,
batalloso porque ya soy de peso diferente, estoy de peso más grande y se me antojan más las cosas. So, está poquito challenging for me to keep the nutrition good. So, ahí le echamos ganas nomás tratando de comer bien, pero there's little cracks que tengo que I fall back into eating.
How hard is it to like every time that you do a step that you say, oh, I shouldn't eat that, does it take too long to get the weight back? How does that work? You know what I'm saying?
Can you repeat the otra vez la question?
Sí, o sea, por ejemplo, comiste, sometimes you go to the cracks. That means that sometimes you eat something the extra, a little bit more, right? A veces?
Sí.
So my question is like, when you do that, do you see a difference on weight?
Sí.
And then what do you do to say, I gotta bring that down?
So ya cuando miro que subí unas libras, ya nomás lo que empiezo a hacer es me calmo y me voy a correr más de lo usual. Es lo que hago. So I go run maybe twice a day, or I do a 5th or 6th day running. So I just increase las corridas afuera, me voy para afuera a correr. So that's how I like neutralize it.
Okay, so basically what you do is you see the increasement on weight, the weight going up, and you say, I'm gonna add some more days to this so I can bring it down.
Sí.
Wow.
More likely.
Yeah. What about the training? Are you concentrating on any specific technique for this event coming up on Saturday?
Sí, for the fight on April 12th,
Yeah.
we're working a lot on power and speed. More on speed though. On speed and tirando más combinaciones porque that's something I need to throw more at this weight, porque ya no tiro rápido, pero no tan rápido como si pesaría 130, 40 o 20 a esas libras. So estamos practicando mucho en combinaciones and on speed.
So, puedo ver por tu físico, puedo ver que si eres fuerte, so I right away think like, man, a punch of that man is gonna be hurtful. But right now you say the camp is working on, let's give it a little bit of speed and power. Does the power comes and let's say at the last one like speed, bang, and then power, or does it go all together?
Right now, I'm not sure because I'm barely going on my second fight. But my opinion, I think it's God given, the power. I think it's God given, honestly. I think I always had power in me. I don't know why. That's how I feel. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel at the moment. I feel like the power is first. The power is like just to get it out of there quick. I don't know. It's something that it happens naturally. I throw and it happens, you know?
Wow.
So that's what it is.
Now that you mention God, are you a person of faith?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
There's you want to hear something? I want to share this story. It's so random what happened to me because on this process of building this platform, many of the athletes, I would say a 90%, if not higher, of the athletes, they're people of faith. And I would never thought of the combination or seen them together. Like, you have a fighter that believes in God. Yeah, one or two here and there, but so much of they incline so much to that faith. And from your point of view, why is that? Why does most fighters are so faith driven, if you will?
I think that excuse me. I think that they have a lot of faith. People that have faith is because they've seen it already. They seen it. I think that's either God or some type of energy showing them that. Showing them maybe like a preview in their mind that you could be up there and get that job done or, succeed in it. So I think that's why a lot of people carry faith, and I'm one of them. I carry faith as I already seen myself. If I know I stay on this track, I could achieve something because there's something showing me the picture already in my head. And maybe a lot of people don't understand that. But that's why I think a lot of fighters have faith, and just any normal people have faith,
Wow, that's beautiful. Oye, you think that picture, that faith, was the same picture you had when you decide, I gotta do this, I'm going back, I'm gonna stay on track?
Yes.
Wow.
I couldn't do nothing else. I couldn't go that way, this way. There was something in me telling me, do it, do it. And I just followed it. Yep.
You got what they call it, the call, and you decide, okay, I'm gonna see where it takes me. Wow. And that's the faith, right? You get the call and you go, and now it's about figuring out how I'm gonna get to the picture that I have that has been coming to my head.
Yes.
That's powerful, man.
At this time, at this age, I wasn't looking for faith anymore. I think faith was looking for me now. So I had to get up and do it,
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And then talking about the power, I see a lot of you, like I said before, I think it was before the podcast, I was mentioning you that are coming out of curiosity. No expert. I'm not an expert on this. So I want to know about the power. Is when you're there with the opponent, are you kind of like setting it up to get the power? Are you waiting for the reaction of him? Is there a plan in place, or is always depending on what they give you, what it is?
Going back on the power, I think it's more like, I think I don't try to time the power.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just when they try to come forward to me.
Uh-huh.
I think that's when it just happens. Like, cause I'm not a fast fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that technical.
Uh-huh.
But something in my mind it lets them go. I don't know. I think the power just comes like as soon as they step in, that's when my hands start flying, and I think the power it's there and they feel it,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it is. I cannot answer that 100%
Mm-hmm.
sure right now, because I still need to find out as the years go by. You know?
Yeah. It's kind of like a reaction on the moment right there.
It's like a reaction. Yeah, you're right. Like they come in and they get hit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just what it is.
Based on what I see on your physical, it seems like you're a person that can take punch. You can take punch. Like, you're strong, big, and I'm thinking, will you, for example, know? Let's say in the first round, you figure it out and you say, oh man, I can take his punches all day. Let's say you're in that mindset. And the second one, if you already know that, will you get in there to let them think they got it hitting, and it's probably you're doing it kind of like to get close to the opponent and get that power punch?
Yeah, so There's fighters that do hit hard for sure. I gotten hit hard and dazed. There's times where fighters try to come and throw everything they got, and sometimes I do stand there and take it, and I let them think they're hurting me. And if we do get to the second round and they try to do it again, like they're gonna find out. Like either they're gonna find out on the first or second round, like you're not gonna try that again, because they're gonna feel it. And once I let them go, they don't want to come in no more. They already start boxing me, and they just try going back to their game plan, you know. So I think the power plays they'll feel it in the first or second round for sure, you know.
I think that's so beautiful about boxing. You know, it's that what Finito one day said. It's like ¿cómo se llama esto? A chess game, right? And I think it's one of the beautiful things about the sport that you inside of your head, you know, you're thinking this, but you're gonna find out that this is not it. And I believe it plays a huge psychological warfare inside of the opponent, because it's like, what happened? I got you. You look like you were feeling it, and all of a sudden, boom, that punch comes straight to the face.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes sometimes. But I need more time to find that out for myself too, you know, and so people could see if that's what it is, you know. That's my opinion. That's how I feel about myself.
See.
That's what I think it is. But we gotta find out more as the years come by or the months, you know. So we just need to let time decide that, you know.
And as time goes by, you kind of like adjusting more. That's one of the things that I see a lot in boxers. You can see boxers 3 years ago and 3 years later, and you be like, wow, what a huge difference. Like, it's a game of getting better and better and better, and it doesn't seem to have an end. It's like you keep getting better, and getting better, and that's one of the things that the training does. Not only physically but mentally too, because they need to be, no, I'm ready for this, right? It's one of those that physically you say, I mean mentally you say, I'm ready for this, you know, like.
Yes, 100%. I would say that as a fighter, you gotta be mentally strong. Like you gotta be really mentally strong, because there's times that you know, people, a good boxer, good boxer could maybe be hanging out with the wrong crowd. Maybe at home something happened. Maybe outside somebody died, and maybe that takes away from them, you know. That's why I say you gotta be mentally strong for. It's a 24/7 thing, you know. Some just deal with it different. It could be a death. It could be a loss of somebody of their family, you know, a close one. It could be maybe they
Economical, money
too. It could be maybe it's not going right in their personal life and it's affecting their thing. So I think it's just the way they go about it, you know, how they handle it in their mind. Because if you're not handling your business in your mind, I think it could throw a good boxer, even a strong boxer off, you know. And we've seen it through all the greats, you know, all the greats.
You know what? It's so good that you said that, because that's one thing that because it's a fight, but somewhat we know somewhat is an entertainment for the people that goes to see the warriors going into the Coliseum and fight, right? And now that you said that, somebody talks about that. That's deep right there. Think about that. A fighter that lost a mother recently, or something happened to any of their kids recently, having probably economical problems, which is another factor that psychologically can fuck you up, man, you know? And that fighter keeps concentrating on the goal and the picture they have in mind. You understand what I'm saying? So being strong is not only physically. I think, like you're saying, that the strongest thing that you need to have is the mind, because you cannot have any distraction. And it's so hard, because if a mother or father or any loved person in their life passes, or something happened to a kid or something like that, oh man, you need to that cannot be disturbing the training and the mental power you're developing through it. That is hard. That's a good thing that fighters, no, us as spectators and people watching the fight should understand. That's a good topic. I'm glad you touched on that. What do you think, from your point of view as a boxer? How can we, what would be, how do you say that? How can we know more? How can we understand more about things like that? About fighter going through rough times, and then sometimes we are over there, oh, come on, hit it, and then we don't take that seconds to say, shit, something happened to him. Is there something that you think that we should know as spectators, or I don't know?
Like for example, for the spectators, they got a job, so they're gonna call it how it is. You know? But as a part of a athlete, of a boxer, or any athlete, or just anybody in general, I don't think we could explain that to them. That's something somebody has to go through on their own. You have to go through hardship. Some of us don't come up blessed. Some of us are battling demons. In our life, and it could go from good to bad and bad to good. So I think that's something I can't explain. You got to go through that phase for yourself. You got to go, maybe if somebody hits rock bottom, wealthy, poor, rich, middle, whatever it is, they have to feel that on their own for them to understand. So I can't say for other people,
You're right. I understand it. And I guess that's when the mentally strong part take place, right? Because it's like you need to go through both sides. You need to go to the bad path and to the good path, and at the end it's up to the fighter to make the best out of it. It's not to the person watching the fight or these people, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's that's powerful. I like that a lot. Now, taking the topic out of seriousness, a little bit more about knowing yourself. What you gonna eat after the fight?
What I'm gonna eat? I'm gonna be in Rosarito, so some tacos for sure. Some tacos. Go eat tacos, and maybe a beer at that time. I'm not really a beer drinker, but I'll probably get one beer or something to celebrate, man. Yeah,
well, that will be a celebration right there, and it's gonna be one of those that well-deserved celebration. That day is gonna be in Rosarito. Terraza Promotion are the ones that is in charge behind the whole event, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you already know who you're gonna fight with?
Yes.
Yes. What do you guys do once you figure it out? Do you guys study the opponent, or you guys are, and your training is already set for whoever comes my way, it will feel that?
Yes. So right now, as I'm starting, we're looking at ranks right now. But if that day somebody gets replaced, if I get my opponent replaced by somebody of a higher rank, we're training for all occasions. For high rank, middle rank, low rank, whatever the rank is, we're prepping to be on the best shape to be the best shape in my life. And I got my tongue twisted.
No, you're
to
good,
be in the best shape of my life that night.
Wow.
Yep.
It's gonna be an amazing fight. I'm so sad that I had to go to work because I've been wasting a lot of wasting fights, being not watching many fights because I had to work. But I would like to see. Okay, so now we basically done with the podcast. We're gonna do a little bit of what I call Rocky videos. Like a little bit of you training and stuff like that. Let's see what we can do here, so we can put something on top of it. Let me check if the camera has stuff. Oh, Papa, the camera is still rolling, so we good.
Okay, sounds good, man.
We got 20, 30%. Let's stop this for a moment.